Hello there, you're back with a Lonesome Gamer, and this might be the last video of Fortune and Glory, but it's not sure. We are at 27 Fortune, we need 36, and the villain is at 11 and he needs 15. The first player is Jake Zane this turn, and Jacques Moreau drew a event card. That's a volcanic eruption, so he could either do damage to a villain in a mountain, or he could gain 3 glory while he is in a mountain. And then Jake is moving. He's actually standing in India, trying to get the armor of the Crimson Hand, but he might roll a 1. No, that's a 3. And then it's Alexander Cartwright. And it would be good if he could go also to India to help Jake. And maybe he could kill Icebox Eddie then. So that would be pretty cool. So let's hope we roll high. Okay, this is not exactly what I hoped for. A 1. Great. I'm allowed to draw an event card. Oh. And that's another volcanic eruption. Okay. But I'm wondering. I am in a city. I could fly to Bombay. I mean, that is really an option. I could do this. I could fly to Bombay. That would cost me 2 fortune. And then I could move with my 1 movement point to India and help the other guy. Wow. Interesting question. Well, I just checked in the rules and it would cost me 3 fortune to fly, and I'm not going to do this. This is definitely too expensive for me. So I think I will move in the Western North Pacific. Wait a minute, it's the other one. It's this guy. And yeah, maybe then cross the Pacific and go for the Mob HQ or whatever. And then it's Jacques Moreau, and he's got a 5. I'm wondering if this is good enough to go to India, which is 1, 2. Well, actually, he's got a 4. And it isn't good enough. He would need a 5, but he's got a pilot as an ally. So he could spend glory instead of fortune to fly between cities. And he's got the cargo ship captain as an... Yeah, that's good. He could use this guy. Okay, so he's taking the cargo ship. And he's moving here, 1, 2, and then he goes into the South Pacific, and then he activates this guy, and it costs him 1 less movement, but he has to make a loyalty test, and he's got a loyalty of 2. You can see that here. So I take 2 dice, and I need to roll a 4 or higher. Otherwise, the captain goes away. And, well, he's my loyal friend, so he stays here. So it just took me 3 to go there, and then I can move to India and I can help Jake Zane. Okay, and it says Ancient Trap. The walls here are lined with grotesque stone faces. As you proceed down the hall, you must draw on your knowledge of the ancient culture to determine which are traps to avoid and where it is safe to move. So it's lore, and we need 3 times, say, 4. He's got a lore of 3, and then with the reference book, he's got a lore of 4. So it should be possible to do this. Oops. Okay. And well, these are 2 successes. And yes, no problem here. So these were 2 more glory. And 1 additional danger marker, so he already has 2 now. But if we want to push on now, we have to sneak past this guy. And this could be dangerous. But I think I'm gonna try it. He's got a search value of 3. But then there is this Dark Destiny. So they have a search value of 4. And I say 1. Okay, this is bad because there are actually 2 1s. So now I think both of them have to fight 1 or together 2 turns. Well, each of them has to fight 2 turns against Icebox Eddie. But I'm gonna check this. Yeah, it is exactly as I thought. But I could use my driving gloves. And they allow me to re-roll 1 die in a sneak test. So I'm going to take one of these, and this time it's a 4. So each hero has to fight 1 turn against Icebox Eddie. This is bad enough, especially because now this card comes into play. Orders to kill. And that's plus 5 fight dice for the first fight round. So, this might be quite deadly. But okay. So, Icebox Eddie, he now has, he's got a combat value of 5. And he's got 1 additional dice, or 6, plus 5 is 11. But for a roll of 6, you must either take an extra hit or discard an ally. Okay. So he's got 11 dice. That is a lot. So here we got 8. And then, God, this is ridiculous. So many dice here. Okay, and then Jacques Moreau, he's got 7, 8 dice. Okay. So let me see. There are 8 green dice now in my hand. There are 4 white dice. Okay. And I take 4 more white dice. And then I have to re-roll 3 green dice, I guess. It's 4, it's 8, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. This is bad. Oh my god, you don't believe this. You see, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Great. A 6 and a 5 at least. Okay, and he has actually a 4, 6, 6, 6, 5, 5. Oh my god. Okay. So. Okay. Well, these alone are enough hit points to kill me. But I could use the bullwhip to force him to re-roll 1 die. But first I'll see if the other 3 dice. So that was a 6, I think. Yeah, that was a 6. So I roll again. Okay, I'm dead. So, who cares? At least this card is gone. Fine, I'm dead. I take all wounds. I don't care. And I do 1 wound to him. Okay. Yeah, okay. And then I have to roll. And I lose 4 glory. I'm KO'd, so I'm going back to Cairo. I mean, it wasn't that bad after all. This card is gone, that is a good thing, and it was pretty clear that one person had to die because of this. Okay. And then it's Jake, and he's got to fight Icebox Eddie. And now he just has 6 dice. That's much better. And Jake has 4. 3, 4. Okay. Well, isn't that bad? So that's 1, 2 hits for Eddie, but no 6, which is good. And actually 4 hits for me, which is awesome. I might have killed him. So I take 1 damage. And he takes 3 damage. And he already has 4, so Icebox Eddie is dead. Okay, so now I remove his miniature from the board and I place him face down on his card, showing that he's dead. But he will come back into play later. Okay. Oh, I forgot 2 things. Actually, Jacques Moreau did 2 hits to Eddie, so he gains 2 glory for that. You gain 1 glory for every hit you do to a villain. And he did 4 hits, so he gains 4 glory. So he takes 1 of these. Okay. And now he takes the next danger. And this is quicksand. You've stumbled into quicksand. Get free before you sink. Okay, just let me see if this is jungle. Yes, it is. So I need an extra success here. My agility is 4. So Oh, that was good. 3 successes, and that is enough. So it's 3 more glory and another danger completed. And again I decided to press on because I really like to have this artifact. This is worth 7 fortune, and if I can sell this and the other one, if I can sell them both in a big city, that would have been about 8. Well, that would have been about 10 fortune. So then that's exactly, well, that's 37 fortune altogether then. So that would have been the victory. I definitely try to get this. So this is occupied territory now, and it's Nazis. When did they get here? Sneak out the back door, find another way out, or let them know how you feel about fascism. Well, that would be the fighting, the latter, but I don't think I will do this. It's not easy. Okay, I think I'm gonna try the agility test. Okay, so I need a 6. And I have one. Great. I was lucky. So that's again 3 glory. And I just have to do one more danger. Then I... No. Well, actually I don't. It's 4. I always thought it's 5. So, well, great, I have it. But there is actually one last thing to do. Okay, first I take the glory. It's 5, and these 3. Okay, he's got a lot of it. Okay, look at this glory. So he's got 4 successes. I didn't place the 4th one, but now he could actually take this armor of the Crimson Hand, but that is again something special. It says, no, after all dangers you must fight and defeat Order of the Crimson Hand to get the artifact. Okay, so it's this one, the Order of the Crimson Hand, and well, it's interesting. He gains +1 fight dice for each wound they have taken. Okay, so they start with 2 dice, and I start with 4. Let's do this. Oh, great. They do 2 damage. I also do 2 damage. I have a defense of 1. So it's just 1 wound for me and 2 for them. But now they have 2 more fight dice. So we both have 4 now. Well, it should be okay, I guess. Yes, that's not bad. Ah, yeah. Well, actually, they do no damage. I do 1. But now they have even 1 more fight dice. Okay. That's not good. So I killed them. But they do 4 damage Oh God, no. And that means... Oh, come on, you don't believe this. That means they do 3 damage to me. Yeah. Well, this is hard. This is frustrating. I'm wondering if there's anything I can do, but I don't think so. Okay. So I think what happens is I killed them. So that means I gain 4 glory. But well, actually, that's an interesting question. It's written here. Whoops. It's written here you have to fight and defeat them. Well, I did that actually. I defeated them. The thing is just that they killed me too. But it might sound unfair, but I think I'll get the artifact because it's just written that I have to defeat them. And that's what I did. Anyway, I have to roll if I can keep it or not, and I have to do this for both artifacts. But I think this is what happens. And then I roll a die, and that's 2, so I lose 2 glory. Yeah, it's a bit... I mean, I know it looks strange, but I defeated them, so I think I get the artifact. Okay, I checked this once again. I'm not sure. I mean, here is written collecting glory. When an enemy is defeated, the hero immediately gets the glory listed on the enemy's card. This occurs even if the hero is also KO'd in the same fight round. So I guess it is possible to defeat someone and being KO'd at the same time. So I would say I'll get this artifact. If you have another idea about this, just post it please. Anyway, I got to roll now for the temple. On a 1 to 3 I lose that. And I keep the temple, and now it's the interesting part. The armor of the Crimson Hand, 7 fortune. And that's a 5. Great, I keep it. And, well, I'm going back to San Francisco actually, where I lie KO'd. Okay. And then it's Alexander Cartwright, and he is on the ocean, so he simply rolls the die. That's a 2, nothing happens to him. And then we're gonna draw a villain event, and that says Vile Tactics. So first of all, we have to move the villain track to the number 12, and then we roll, and that's a 6, so this is once again a hitman. Mob hit. And because these 2 are KO'd, and being KO'd means they do not participate in the game anymore. So I think he is the only one that could be attacked by the hitman. So he has to roll The problem is the lowest row must either discard one ally or take d6 hits. So let's do this. And that is a 2. So that is not so bad. I'm gonna take the hits, of course. Okay. And then it's the outpost phase, and the mob HQ is gonna roll. And that is a 4, so there is gonna be a mobster placed in London. Okay, so he appears here. And then Franco comes back into the game. The most valuable item is at the moment the Spear of Medusa. And this is here in the Himalayas. That one goes away. And Eddie is turned around from face down to face up. And that's all he can do this turn. And the next turn he's going to stand up, and the turn after that he's going to again go back into play. But I doubted that the game will go that long. And I generated another artifact. This is the Book of Power, and it's in the Sahara. So now Alexander Cartwright is the first player, and what we can do is, just for the fun, we can play volcanic eruptions. We have both of them, and we can play them here on this guy, on Franco. He is in a mountain in the Himalaya, and he takes twice d6 wounds, or d6 hits. Okay. So once it's a 6, once it's a 4. And he's got a defense of 0, so he would take 10 hits. Or 10 wounds. But he's got his bodyguards, so now we got to roll 10 dice to find out how many wounds he actually takes. So let me see. These are, these are 9 dice, I think. Okay, so on a 5 to 6 he doesn't take any. Okay, so we have 5, and let's roll for another one. Okay, so he takes actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds. That is good. That might even kill him. Okay, so he has 11. And he already has 4 wounds, so he is now at 10 wounds. He's still alive. Well, he's really a tough guy. I mean, he survived 2 volcanic eruptions. But okay. He might die pretty soon. And so, now it's, the thing is, I'm just counting again, I don't want to make any mistakes here. We have 27 glory, we need 30 fortune, we need 36, and if we sell this, we would gain, if we sell this in a big city, we would gain for these 2 artifacts 11 fortune. So this is enough, and Alexander Cartwright might go to London and try to deliver his package. Okay, so he starts, he rolls, and that's a 3. This is not enough to go to London, that much is clear, but he could go to the mob HQ and try to attack that. So, oh no, he can't, it's too far. 3 is not good enough. Well, but that's no, I think he's not. Well, he simply moves to Los Angeles, draws a city card, and that's it then. And then it's Jacques Moreau, and that is a 2. So again, there is not a lot he can do here. I mean, he could try to well, why should he? I mean, he could try to go to get the Book of Power. There's no, it can't be wrong to do this. And then it's Jake Zane, and he actually rolls a die, and that's a 6. But he doesn't move, he stays there in San Francisco and tries to sell his items there. So, then we start with the adventure phase. Alexander draws a city card, and that says Trouble in Town. Draw a random villain. Before you can interact with the city in any way, you must first sneak past the villain. Afterward, the villain is removed from the board and you can interact with the city as normal. Okay. So, it's Colonel Stahl. And I got a sneak here. He's got 3 dice. And actually, I'm eager to use my rifle and shoot this Nazi. So, I hope he finds me, actually. I say 3. And, well, he was lucky. He couldn't see me, so there is no fighting. And now I can interact with the city. And, well, I could heal my 2 wounds. And that's it. Then it's Jacques Moreau. And he tries to do a danger. Okay, and these are once again the strange stars. And so he needs a 6. He's got 4 lore. And yeah, he's got a 6. So he's got a success here. And he's not pressing on. It's not necessary to do this. So he gets 3 glory. And then Jake Zane draws his city card. And if this is not too bad, it should be possible for him to finish this game. Oh, well, it's not over yet. Followed by Nazis. Okay. So, well, this could become interesting. It's cunning 4. Or he could draw a Nazi enemy card. Interesting decision. Okay, I decide to draw this Nazi enemy card because Jacques Moreau, he's got this friend of the family. And that allows him to pay 2 glory to give any hero 2 fight dice for 1 fight round. And he can do this again and again, and he's got a lot of glory. So, I think we have a good chance to do this. So I draw a Nazi enemy card. And these are elite Nazi soldiers. Okay. Okay. So, fight dice 4, wounds 3, a defense of 1. Okay. It's not so easy, but we have also a combat value of 4. Okay, this is good. So these are actually, and another 4 here. So these are 4 hits and just 1 hit for them. So, well, I killed them. They take 3 wounds and I don't take any. So the elite soldiers are killed. Great. And, oops, that gives me 5 glory. Okay. And then I can sell my artifacts. And because San Francisco is a big city, as you can hear, a special picture here, you can see that here, I gain for this artifact 8, and for that one, this is a temple that gives you normally 2, but because it's a big city, I gain 1 additional, so it's 3. So for this I gain 11 fortune. And now, if I'm not completely wrong, it's 10, 20, 30, 35, 37. And I needed 36, so I made it. Okay, maybe a few words on the game. It takes some time. I mean, you've seen that. You can play this game for 3 hours or something, and but there is not much downtime. It's interesting. It plays fast. It's a lot of fun. It's very thematic. The expansion adds more danger cards, and that is exactly what the game needs. And then, well, you can of course wait for more expansions of Flying Frog. I think it would be good to get some more vile organizations. I already see here the Order of the Crimson Hand. I could imagine that this would be a new organization, and maybe some more danger cards. Of course, more characters. So, but, well, I like the game. It's great. It's expensive, but you get a lot for that. So, yeah, it has my recommendations. So, thanks for watching, and see you in some other video.